man. I wanted to make them quit. I wanted that shutout so daggum bad, man. Y'all have no idea. Malachi Tolliver, MVP of that game on this channel, son. Coming in and playing for Drew Bobo, playing his ass off. That defense, just like we asked for. Fast, physical, downhill football. By the time we got to the second half, we already knew every single play was going to be a pass. Every single play. Georgia punished them in this game. And what do you know? When you hit the bully in the mouth, his damn mouth bleeds, just like every other team. Georgia, finally, for the first time since I've been watching them, punches Alabama in the mouth and bullies them. Just like they do to the rest of the SEC. About damn time, dogs. Whoa! I gotta calm down for a minute. Man. I'm so proud of this team and the way that they just played. I wanted that shutout. And if it wasn't for the penalties and the unsportsmanlike or whatever it was to Mello Jones punching the dude in the face at the 50-yard line, we would have shut him out. Once this team started to believe, once we got a lead 7-0, we blocked that punt, we got the interception, this team started to believe. Once they started to believe, we just punished them. We just choked them out like an anaconda, like Kirby says, just like we do all the other SEC teams. It was a mental block. It was a mental problem against this Alabama team. And once we believed we could win, we played with the lead, we got a couple of turnovers, and we got a little bit of momentum in this game. Georgia dominates this game, just like we've dominated the rest of the SEC for years. Georgia has been the better team year in and year out in this series and found a way to lose this game. Not tonight. That shit ended tonight. Georgia finally beats Bama in the SEC championship game. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. This game right here to me, this SEC championship to me, is just as important, if not more important, than the national championship. Because this checks off a box we ain't checked off before. We just beat Alabama in the SEC championship. Something we have not done under Kirby Smart. All that 1-7, all that shit talking, all that bullshit got rectified tonight and put Ty Simpson's ass on the turf for tearing up them hedges, son. Georgia's defense was getting after it tonight, just like all the Dog Nation called for. And this right here, this feeling right here is why I was chomping at the bit to get after this Bama team. This ain't the Bama team in 2012. This ain't 2020 Alabama. This Bama team was gettable, and Georgia got after it, man. Put the chokehold on them and made them tap out. I could not be happier right now. I am so ecstatic of how that game went. I wanted that shutout bad. But dogs, go out there, run the ball, play sound defense. Gunner made plays when he had to. How about Malachi Tolliver, man, coming in for Drew Bobo being injured and playing his ass off on that O-line. Georgia was able to move the ball, run the ball, and have some holes open tonight. Who else? Roderick Robinson, son. How about that touchdown, huh? C.J. Allen with the hit for the incompletion on the third or fourth down or whatever it was. Zach Branch playing his ass off. Nate Frazier got his daggum ribs cracked in the first quarter and kept playing. Bowens comes in with a broken back, gets a first down, put the game on ice. Man, Quintavious Johnson playing his ass off in this game. C.J. Allen, Raylan Wilson, all of our cornerbacks. Man, we locked them boys up tonight. If it wasn't for them last two drives where DeMello Jones punched the dude at midfield, they would not have scored. That was bullshit. And then Kirby started playing soft, giving them yards. But, man, we were at like 250 to 70-something yards at one point in this fourth quarter. So, man, just feeling a lot of emotions right now. And to the Alabama fans, man, the only thing I can say to make y'all feel better, man, is this game means that much more to me and to a lot of Dog fans because it was against y'all. Like, y'all have no idea the amount of heartbreak that you have caused, Dog Nation. And Georgia ended up on the right side of it in this one. I mean, we won the turnover battle. So many times in this game, in this series, Georgia loses the turnover battle or does some dumbass shit or drops a wide open touchdown or fumbles on their own 15 and plays tight. And that wasn't the case tonight. Georgia was able to force a turnover, block a punt, made the plays when they had to. But, man, I'm just, to the Bama fans, this game means so much more to Dog Nation because it's against y'all. Because y'all have been the standard of college football pretty much permanently, forever. This SEC championship here is so much sweeter than the one against Texas, than the one against LSU. Like, man, I didn't want to play no SEC championship game against no Tennessee, no Ole Miss, no Texas A&M, no Texas. Like, I want Georgia, Bama every time, as many times as I can get it. Because Alabama, one thing I can say about Alabama, even though we've been on the losing end of this game more times than I can count, it had some heartbreaking defeats in this stadium, in the old Georgia Dome, in Tuscaloosa, in Athens. This Georgia-Alabama game has always been my favorite game as a Georgia fan to get ready for, because when you play Alabama, you got to bring your best. It should bring the absolute best up out of you, and it did tonight. It did tonight. That's what makes this so special, is Georgia went out there and played fast, free, aggressive football. And once the team started to believe, that was the turning point. Once this team believed they could win, they went out and they got it done. And we played confident, aggressive, fast football tonight. And how about that defense, man? How about the amount of open field tackles in this game? The pass rush that was non-existent at the beginning of the year. The coverage that we got from DeMello Jones, from Robinson, Ellis Robinson III, from number 6. I'm so damn excited. Dalen Everett, golly. How about that Dalen Everett story, man? I remember the 2023 Missouri game where we were playing for the East at home in Athens. Dalen Everett was damn near getting booed off the field. And I'm just, man, I'm just thrilled. That defense played their ass off, and the offense did enough, just enough to get it done, man. Running the ball, the offensive line opening up holes. Tolliver, Zach Branch played his ass off. Dylan Bell, dog, played his ass off. C.J. Allen, dog, played his ass off. Gunnar Stockton, dog, played his ass off. And I'm just thrilled, man. I'm thrilled with how the Georgia Bulldogs just played in that game. I'm thrilled that we're SEC champions, but it's that much sweeter because it's against Bama. Finally, Georgia goes out there and plays bully ball and bullies Bama for 4 quarters. Fast, physical, suffocating defense, just like how we've been doing against the rest of the SEC. Listen, Georgia has been the better team in this series year after year and found a way to lose. But Georgia has been the better football program than Alabama from 2021 to this day. And finally, it shows up in the game. Georgia goes out there and takes the SEC championship from Alabama, who has shattered our hearts so many times. Dogs on top, baby. 28-7. SEC champs back to back, son. Whoa! Let's go, Dogs!